Adenium, adenium, adenium. There is simply no way to grow you wrong way. Every way is differently beautiful. If you grow it in a pot that's soft, that can crack from abundance of root, then each time you transplant it, you can plant it higher and higher, and gradually you have these very interesting bottoms, like this, or like this. But if the pot is very hard, like concrete for instance, where the roots cannot swell because it gets root bound, then it has beauty of its own. The part right under the branches swells, like this one I recently transplanted, and unfortunately wasn't making movie, or this one, or this one, or this one. But fortunately I have couple more that are in concrete pots for years and years waiting to be liberated, to be transplanted, to be untangled. Here is one, and here is another. So I can still show you how I'm doing it. To loosen up the soil, to loosen up the roots in order to get them out. I get some of that growing medium out around the edges. Not with a chopstick, because the chopstick is not protected by metal on the edge. This is working better. And after a while I'll be able to wiggle them out. Okie dokie. This is how it looks. And now, by taking the stuff out in between the roots, I'll be able to untangle them and replant to give it new vim and vigor. Because if it's more and more tangled, more and more squeeze, it grows less and less. Okay, I untangled the roots, washed off particles so there is more space between the roots. Now it has to dry, and then I'll replant it the same height into a little bit wider pot to get this very nice base a little wider. Anyway, plant, dry your roots, and meanwhile let me open the other pot. And so again I'll use the magic wand to loosen it, to be able to get it out of this fancy concrete pot, to see what treasures are hidden underground. The plants are very versatile artists. They're above the ground artists, but they're also underground sculptors. Wow, plant, you're beautiful. Well, this one is extremely stuck. I took out so much of the growing medium and I cannot pry it, so it's gonna dry and then that would loosen it up. Okay, just a little bit of drying and the sumo is out. Now let me put the growing medium out. Okay, so I took as much out as possible, untangle as much as I could, and now I'm gonna hose it, and that'll allow me to see even more what can be taken out, what growing medium can be taken out, and what untangling can be still done, possibly, and then drying. Okay, the washing allowed me to put some more of those particles out and some more of those roots untangled. Now it has to dry, otherwise rot, danger of rot. And then I might still put a little pieces of styrofoam in between roots that are, okay, this can be still untangled, roots that can squeeze each other, so there'll be space for them to breathe, to thicken, and then I'll transplant it into dry medium and let it still dry in a pot for a while before starting to water. If I can find concrete pot that's a little bit bigger than the one in which it was, then I can put it in again, approximately same deep like before, and it'll thicken a little more. Okie dokie, artichoke, dear plant, dry to renewed health. Bye bye for now.